Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Alabama. Now, it's been a little bit since we've been in the Alabama. I've been running the Massachusetts more than the Alabama lately, but I felt it was time to pull the Alabama out, take the mothballs out of it, and see if we can't go out and push some people around. Now, I'm going to make some mistakes in this video, and it's going to cost me this match. Now, don't let you turn off right away because, oh, Spartan shouldn't lose. This is what I don't want to see. No, trust me. You'll want to stick around. It's an action-packed episode that has a ridiculous ending. But I just want to get that out there and let you guys know right off the bat, you know, that this is one of those teaching games. Because there are some mistakes that I make all the way through this match that cost me this match. Okay, so, with that being said, let's get this party started. Also, we haven't had a trivia question for a couple days. So, at some point during this match, probably towards the end, I will definitely be throwing a trivia question out there, and the person who answers it correctly first gets pinned. So, anyway, right off the bat, we've got a Bismarck, we've got an Amagi out there, both of them not really giving me the best angle. I don't want to fire right away because I'd get detected, and there's two of them and one of me, so I don't want to give up myself to be shot. Bismarck is making it very, very comfortable to shoot at him, though, and that's when I see the Miyoko, and I'm like, okay, switching targets. Easy target to delete. Let's aim true, Spartan, come on. Wait for it. Looks very, very, very good, and... pow! Dropping the bomb from way downtown. Gotta love that, man. That took a long time to reach the target. Now, here's mistake number one. Alright, I see on the map that there's a Bismarck and a Amagi in the middle, and one of them at least is coming our direction. However, I see a Tirpitz over here on our side. I've got one person with me. I didn't realize until later that the person that is with me is a Wichita, which could bow tank the shells from the Tirpitz, so we should just push our advantage and grab A as quickly as possible. That's mistake number one. And that's actually going to be the biggest mistake in this match. Tirpitz comes out, fully broadside. We're going to reach out and just punch him right in the mouth. And that's going to be a nasty hit. Starting off with 18,000 damage on him. We're already in 2 salvos up to 34,000 damage. Like, this is how quickly the Alabama, the Massachusetts, even the Iowa, even though less so with the Iowa because you get a lot more over penetrations with the Iowa than you do with the South Dakota class and the South Dakota class, because they're both South Dakota classes, dummy. But anyway, they have a knack for just hitting all of the shells, and they do tend to do a lot of damage, especially Citadels, but on a Tirpitz this close, you're unlikely to Citadel. That's shot number one that goes into an island because he disappears right as I pull the trigger. Now right here, guy is behind the island, he can't shoot us. I know that they have, here's my thought process to kind of help you guys with this. I have a destroyer that was spotted in B, capturing B, and is heading our direction, the last node. So I didn't want to pull into the cap right away and open myself up to torpedoes from that destroyer. Okay, but that being said, we've got another broadside shot at the Tirpitz here, and we're going to once again reach out and touch him. This time only for 8k, but, you know, still a solid hit. And Wichita is starting to move up as well, realizing that we have the advantage. So we're just slowly moving forward. And like I said, this should have been a push straight across into this cap and capture this base as quickly as possible before he gets any reinforcement. That's what should have happened. Instead, I kind of sit here, and what I'm doing is I'm allowing their team an advantage everywhere else on the map because I can only shoot one guy and I'm wasting my time. Okay, so Siegfried's on his way over. We're getting the guns to bear. We can't really shoot him because we're too close to the island. I'm looking at Amagi, looking at Bismarck.
Yeah, I appreciate that one.
Trying to figure out who I should shoot with my next salvo. And Amagi is basically begging for it at this point. However, the more astute of you may have realized that there's an island between me and the Amagi, and I cannot shoot him. So I'm wasting a lot of time. And notice, I'm not in the base. I have turned inside instead of going into the base. Okay? The Wichita is in the base and is trying to capture, which is the 100% right thing to do. I've said it many, many times, but as you can see, I'm so preoccupied with trying to shoot the Amagi, shooting the Bismarck, that I'm letting my team down right now. I'm not even being, I'm just being 100 with you guys. I am letting my team down. Wichita keeps getting reset. I wouldn't be able to be shot by this Tirpitz, so I could have already had this base capped. Okay? Amagi's getting ready to come around the corner. Am I going to be able to shoot him? The answer is no. I can't shoot him. There's an island. And so once again, I just proved that I am wasting my time. Now, finally, I get it together. I start turning into the base, realizing that this guy keeps getting reset. And so we come out. We've got a broadside Siegfried. We've got the Tirpitz's torpedoes coming in. That's a mouthful to say. But we're going to reach out, touch the Siegfried. Siegfried, a very tanky cruiser midship. The bow stern, not so much, but the midship is very, very tanky. So you're not necessarily guaranteed to get those big hits while it's broadside. You might even get more shatters and ricochets than you were expecting. However, when he turns straight at me like this, now he's opening himself up to being citadel through the bow. But our Wichita goes full broadside in front of two 15-inch guns. Remember, he can bow tank these guns. He literally could bow or stern tank these guns and be completely fine. But because he goes broadside, he opens himself up to being absolutely smashed and just lost all of his hit points. That's going to come into play here in a few. Now, once again, Siegfried pushing towards us. We're going to get that shot right through the bow. If we can get any dispersion as we get our solo capture right there, and that's what I was talking about. I could have gotten this captured so long ago and had a little bit more of an advantage there, but because I waited, we're already at a 300-point disadvantage. Our team has rapidly deteriorated on the other side of the map because we're not helping to support them. And because we're hung up on these guys, it just keeps steamrolling. Their entire team is steamrolling. And you'll see pretty quickly how things change once I get involved in the fight elsewhere. And so that's why I wanted to make this video a thing. Now, we get some penetrations there. Again, just not getting very good RNG on this guy. Now, I am very aware that Siegfried has torpedoes. I'm also very aware that if this man goes broadside to launch those torpedoes, that I am going to punch him and remove him. So I'm waiting for it. We've almost got the front guns loaded. We're getting the rear guns involved. We immediately fire the rear guns as soon as we're able to, as he is at a beautiful angle, and we get a couple penetrations, but then we get the front guns and we do absolutely remove it. Now, we started going forward immediately upon him going broadside because we wanted to get this ship moving and avoid the torpedoes that were inevitable. Like, dude is launching torpedoes. So we managed to avoid torpedoes from there, and the Wichita did as well. Now, here's mistake number 2. Okay? Mistake number 2. I do not recognize that I would be better off going around this island. My thought process for this mistake was get into the base, stop the bleeding, bring the scores back, okay? That was the thought process. Now, obviously, we've got this Amagi out here. We're about to get a potential shot over the island, but it looks like he's going to get away. Now, Wichita and Tirpitz end up trading. Again, if Wichita hadn't thrown his health away there, getting a broadside turn in front of two 15-inch freaking guns, like, that would have been, you know, a little bit better of a trade for us, because he would have finished that Tirpitz off and would have survived, and then we would have likely won this match. I say likely because it's not guaranteed, but it just shows you that one mistake like that, or like me early in this match, taking it way too cautiously, not getting into the base early enough, not pushing my advantage, not recognizing that I had the advantage because I assumed that people were going to be doing things that they didn't do. Now, obviously, we've got New Orleans here, and again, this is mistake number 3. I go to the left side of this island instead of going to the right side of this island.
The ship is on fire.
Had I gone to the right side of the island, I could have taken this New Orleans out of the fight very quickly. But I went to the left side of the island to get into the base and protect myself from potential torpedoes that I thought would be coming. But once again, as you can see, somebody's in C. Okay, they're capturing C. It's not the Amagi, it's not the New Orleans. There are 2 other people in this match, and that is a Atlanta and the Z-39. Now, Amagi opens himself up to being shot here. Pretty nice. And I am still detected. Like, these guys are sitting in their base and able to detect me. Which tells you basically where he's at. Now, they're able to burn me down from here, which is not preferable. So why would I stay here? Now, my thought process, obviously, I just disappeared. So that's good news. They have just finished capturing their base over there. I'm trying to flip this base, and I'm going to open myself up to being shot again. Okay, so they're going to be able to reset me. Now, there's only 4.5 minutes left. There's not enough time for me to capture this base and win on points. Okay, it's just not going to happen. I'd have to kill everything anyway. So, we've got the New Orleans. That's why we were pushing out here, hoping to catch this New Orleans. And this New Orleans is going to get the RNG of dreams. Watch this. I'm not even joking. Like, he is begging to be removed from this match. And I look up at the Z39, I go, a single overpin on him. A single overpin! Come on, man. This ship removes cruisers, especially New Orleans, like it's breakfast. I mean, it just absolutely gobbles cruisers up. And this guy is giving me every opportunity to remove him. And this ship is just flat out missing every opportunity. Now, you can see the shells coming in from the Atlanta, the shells coming in from the Z39, the shells coming in from the New Orleans. That's 3 fire starters right there. My left side starts firing, which alerts me to the fact that there's an Amagi on my left. Alright, so I look at this Amagi, and the very first thing that I notice is that when I zoom in and look at him, he's got a gun destroyed in the front. So I don't have a problem going broadside here to get the rear guns involved. We also know his superstructure is not saturated, so we shoot into the superstructure, we're able to finish him off. Okay, so just very quick snap decisions and locating. And there is my last and final mistake. I damage conned when I only had 2 fires. There are 3 ships trying to burn me down right now. We have an Atlanta, we have a Z39, we have a New Orleans. Every one of them have HE loaded. Every one of them have a shot on me with the exception of the Atlanta at the moment. And I suspected that the Atlanta was coming to kill me. I figure he was going to come in for a torp run. New Orleans narrowly avoids, once again, just the narrowest margin of being able to get removed from this planet, as he is broadside and basically stopped, and he disappears just in time for my shells to hit the island instead of still having a lock on him. So, it's just little moments like that that just take a game from you. Now, obviously, Atlanta gets a shot over the island, he comes around the corner, and he makes the critical mistake of going angled at me. And these 45 caliber guns, I've said it before, wait for it, pow! Down he goes. And that's our Confederate. But he manages to get a 3rd fire on us, and we have no way of putting it out, unfortunately. And with nobody alive to will, we go ahead, we hit our last heal, but with 3 fires, that last heal is just not going to do much of anything for us. It keeps us alive for a few more seconds, but it's not even enough to get another shot off, unfortunately. As we are looking over to our right to potentially shoot the New Orleans, who's got us spotted. Wait for it. There he is. He's going to be able to hit us with HE, do enough damage that by the time that I fire, my shells aren't going to reach him in time. So we end up with 124,000 damage. I think 3 kills is what we ended up with. That was a very winnable match that the mistakes that I made cost us this match. Now, I wasn't the only one that made mistakes, but I was the one that could have won this match, and if I'd have done a few things different. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And the trivia question for today: what was the largest naval battle of World War II? And who participated in it? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.